Every 4 years, billions of people watch the World Cup. But behind every match, every goal, every trophy lift, there's a financial machine most fans never see. This is the money behind the World Cup. And in 2026, it's bigger than ever. FIFA is projecting $13 billion in revenue from this one tournament cycle. That's not a typo. 13 billion. To put that in perspective, it's roughly 2 to 3 times more than FIFA has ever made from a World Cup before. Some of that comes down to sheer scale. 48 teams, up from just 32 at every previous World Cup. 3 host countries, the US, Mexico, and Canada. The first time it's ever been split 3 ways. 104 matches over 39 days, the longest World Cup in history, and 16 host cities sharing in the games, the revenue, and yes, the costs. So where does $13 billion actually come from? 3 main pipelines: broadcast rights, selling the right to show these matches to the world; sponsorship, brands paying to be officially associated with the tournament; and prize money, what FIFA pays back out to the nations competing. Let's start with broadcast. Section 1, Broadcast Rights, how FIFA sells the biggest show on earth. FIFA has locked in more than $3.8 billion in media rights deals, spread across over 220 territories. Basically, if there's a television or a phone screen in your country, someone paid FIFA for the right to put the World Cup on it. In the 3 host nations, 4 broadcasters split the coverage. Fox Sports has the English language rights in the US. Telemundo and Universo carry the Spanish language broadcast. In Canada, it's Bell Media's CTV, TSN, and RDS. And in Mexico, Televisa Univision is the home broadcaster. Let's zoom in on Fox, because this is one of the wildest stories in sports broadcasting. Fox paid $485 million for exclusive English language rights in the United States. Here's the twist. Industry experts say those same rights are actually worth somewhere between $1 billion and $1.5 billion. Fox may have paid less than half of what the rights were really worth. How did that happen? Rewind to 2014. FIFA decided to move the 2022 Qatar World Cup from summer to winter, which collided head-on with Fox's NFL football schedule. To smooth things over and avoid a legal fight, FIFA locked in Fox's rights fee years in advance. That same discounted number carried forward almost unchanged into this much bigger 2026 tournament. Discount or not, Fox is still cashing in. The network is projected to pull in close to $1 billion in advertising revenue alone, with more than 100 million Americans tuning in to watch. One number tells the story best. 24.4 million people watched the USMNT take on Bosnia and Herzegovina. That's the most watched English-language soccer broadcast in American history. Zoom out globally, and the numbers get even bigger. North America's media rights alone are valued at around $1 billion. Asia and Oceania combined are worth about $700 million. South America comes in around $360 million, Africa around $200 million, and India, despite its massive population, is valued at a comparatively modest $25 million. Broadcast isn't just television anymore. FIFA named YouTube an official preferred platform, allowing broadcasters to stream select matches and the first 10 minutes of every single game to a global audience. TikTok got the same treatment. A parallel deal made it an official preferred platform for World Cup video content, part of FIFA's clear push into short-form, mobile-first viewing. Nowhere is that streaming shift clearer than in Brazil, where 100% of World Cup matches are streamed completely free through Case TV on YouTube. FIFA also launched its first-ever global creator program, giving a select group of content creators unprecedented behind-the-scenes access. It's a small detail with a big implication. FIFA now treats creators as a legitimate part of its broadcast strategy. And for fans who want something beyond a screen, Fox, FIFA, and a company called Cosm are showing select matches, including the final, in immersive 12K shared reality venues in Los Angeles, Dallas, and Atlanta. Section 2, Sponsorship. How brands buy a piece of the World Cup. FIFA is projecting up to $2.4 billion in sponsorship revenue this cycle, a jump of roughly 37% from Qatar 2022. Not all sponsors are created equal. FIFA runs a three-tier system. At the top, partners who get global rights and sponsor every FIFA event, not just the World Cup. Below that, sponsors and supporters who get tournament-specific or even country-specific rights, one rung down from the very top. The current partner tier reads like a who's who of global business. Coca-Cola, Adidas, Visa, Qatar Airways, Lenovo, Hyundai Kia, and Aramco. Each one controls a different functional piece of how the tournament actually runs. Take Adidas. The company has supplied the official match ball at every single World Cup since 1970. 56 straight years. That's the kind of heritage a rival simply can't buy overnight. Coca-Cola has its own untouchable asset, exclusive rights to the World Cup Trophy Tour, physically carrying the trophy through all 16 host cities and dozens of countries. It's a traveling activation platform money can't create on demand. This is what sponsors are really paying for. Exclusivity. Visa's deal locks MasterCard completely out of the payments category. Adidas's deal locks Nike out of official apparel. No amount of money lets a competitor buy their way in. One tier down, the 2026 sponsors include Anheuser-Busch InBev, Bank of America, Frito-Lay, McDonald's, Mengniu Dairy, Unilever, Verizon, and Hisense. What does a slot like that actually cost? Somewhere between $65 and $95 million for tournament-specific rights alone. 14 of the 26 total commercial partners are U.S.-based brands. That's the host market premium in action and a sign of just how much appetite corporate America has for this tournament. It's worth pausing here on the difference between sponsorship and advertising because they're not the same thing. Sponsorship buys official marks, category exclusivity, and FIFA's active protection of that position. Advertising just rents 30 seconds of airtime. No exclusivity, no official status, no protection from a rival running the very next ad. Speaking of advertising, Fox and Telemundo together are projected to bring in $850 million in combined ad spend around their World Cup coverage. Section 3, Prize Money. What FIFA actually pays the teams competing. FIFA is distributing $871 million in total prize money this tournament, the largest prize pool in World Cup history, and that pool has been climbing fast. Qatar 2022 distributed $440 million. FIFA initially announced $727 million for 2026. Then in April of this year, they raised it again, all the way up to $871 million. That final increase was 15% higher than the original plan. FIFA pointed to record-strong finances and a bigger 48-team field with 40 extra matches to justify the boost. Breaking down where that $871 million actually goes. About $655 million is performance-based prize money. Roughly $120 million covers preparation fees, and the rest goes toward qualification fees and additional team subsidies. Here's the safety net. Every single qualified team is guaranteed at least $12.5 million. A $10 million qualification fee plus $2.5 million in preparation money, even if they lose all 3 group games and go home immediately. From there, the payouts climb fast with every round survived. A group stage exit is worth $9 million. Fourth place jumps to $27 million. Third place, $29 million. The runner-up takes home $33 million. And the champion, $50 million before any other funding is even added in. Side by side, the gap at the top is striking. $27 million for fourth, $29 for third, $33 for the runner-up, and a full $50 million for whoever lifts the trophy. Add the champion's $50 million performance prize to their guaranteed base and preparation funding, and their total payout tops $63.5 million. The biggest single tournament payday in World Cup history. Comparison, Argentina earned $42 million in performance prize money for winning in 2022. This year's champion will earn at least $11.5 million more than that. But here's something a lot of fans don't realize. That money doesn't go straight to the players. FIFA pays it to each national football federation. And it's each federation, not FIFA, that decides how much actually reaches the players, the coaches, and the staff. On average, players typically see somewhere between 20 and 30% of that prize money. The rest goes back into federation programs, coaching, and development, for better or worse, depending on which federation you're talking about. Section 4, the bigger picture. Because not everyone agrees this is a story of pure success. Zoom all the way out, and the numbers are staggering. $13 billion in revenue and roughly $10 billion in projected profit. This is set to be FIFA's most profitable World Cup cycle ever. But that profit hasn't come without criticism. Dynamic ticket pricing, where prices shift based on demand, has drawn sharp backlash, with plenty of ordinary fans saying they've simply been priced out of the world's biggest sporting event. And it's not just fans. Host cities are absorbing real costs: security, infrastructure, public transit, even as FIFA keeps the overwhelming majority of the revenue for itself. The road here hasn't been entirely smooth either. Domestic politics, transport disputes, threats of a broadcast blackout, and international tensions all shadowed the build-up to kickoff. There's a political angle inside FIFA too. President Gianni Infantino is expected to run for re-election, and a financially record-breaking World Cup only strengthens his position heading into that vote. And FIFA may not be done expanding. South America's Football Confederation has already floated growing the World Cup again, from 48 teams to 64, as soon as 2030. So let's put the whole picture back together. 3.8 billion plus from broadcast rights, 2.4 billion from sponsorship, 871 million paid out in prize money. Three very different revenue streams, one enormous financial engine. $13 billion in, $10 billion in projected profit. At this point, the question isn't whether the World Cup makes money. Clearly it does, more than ever before. The real question is who actually gets it.